Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to the Scottish Geeks. Today is Storytime Sunday. I love doing these, I really do. Now, a lot of you have been requesting different kinds of stories and whatnot, so I will be doing various different stories in the next couple of weeks. Maybe not always going to be horror. You never know, I might do some sort of a fairy tale type thing. That's really up to you guys. Bob Arp, I will be doing Candle Cove. I just need to find a way to do it justice, you know what I mean? It's a very unusual way of writing a story. It's not a straight linear story, it's a lot of tweets, so I need to figure out different voices. Anyway, whatever. Today's story is packed full of adventure. It's Pac-Man. Enjoy. The trip was all on schedule, and everything had gone just according to plan. Ben, Peter, Isaac, Cameron and Paul all sat at the control deck of the ship, looking over the controls to check that all was normal. It was only a few weeks until they were scheduled to make contact on Alpha Centauri. As the ship's computer told them, all systems ran well. The five went to the dining area and got their dinners. About midway through, a low buzz could be heard in the back of the ship, the kind that usually meant power failure to one of the many components. A simple fix in that day and age, so Paul got out of his seat to check it out. As he stood up, his head banged against a low lamp, creating a great sound and hurting a great deal. Paul grabbed a bottle of pills as he was leaving. The buzz became stronger and stronger as Paul got farther into the ship, higher and higher in pitch, and more frequently. By the time Paul realised what the component failure had been in, it was too late to fix. The main airlock had failed. A tempest of sound and wind formed in the ship as all the air was violently sucked out. It was a miracle that Paul was so near to the emergency personal assistance capsule, or PAC, as it was usually called. A sort of spacesuit which delivered all necessary substances to the human body in case they are needed for very long amounts of time. Paul grabbed it and forced his way into the emergency cabinet, which had its own airlock. He got into the spacesuit quite slowly. It dawned on him that he was alone now. There was no way that the others were alive. He decided to take the spacesuit off and open the bottle of pills. Over the next few hours he stayed alive with the PAC's food sacks, which could be opened from outside if needed. When he'd taken the last of the pills, which he was taking far in excess of what he needed, trying to dull his senses, a sense of mania began to set in. He wanted pills. He needed pills. Paul slowly donned his suit and opened the door. The main lights had failed and the whole ship was now illuminated by an eerie krypton neon lights, which glowed a deep, rich blue. In his mania, Paul could not remember his way around the ship. All of the medicine, largely in the form of various pills, were kept securely in baskets around the ship. However, the caps had been ripped off and the contents spilled out. A good portion of them stayed in the halls, rather than flying out the airlock. Paul first worked his way to the airlock, occasionally seeing something out of the corner of his eye. He found that the manual airlock closed quite easily, sliding shut securely. Not that it mattered anyway. As he turned around, he witnessed a gruesome sight. The others, all halfway into their packs, which hung near the dining area. There were many sets all over the ship. They were quite near death, but somehow kept alive by the packs. They all approached Paul, and he ran in search of more pills. Wow, that's certainly a different way of telling the whole story of Pac-Man, you know, instead of it was just a sort of generic ball character that went waka 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 waka. You know what I'm talking about. Love Pac-Man. Pac-Man's a great game. But anyway, what did you guys think of this story? Would you like to hear more stories like this? Would you like to hear different styles of stories? Would you like to hear something funny, something cute, something sad, something even scarier? Give me your suggestions in the comments below. Even if you write your own story, please try not to put voices in it because, you know, it's kind of difficult for me to change the voices now and again. You know, I'm okay with the occasional monster voice and things like that. I'm not good at female voices or kid voices, okay? Put it that way. Anyway, if you guys have anything like that you want me to read out, or if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to hear me read out, please leave them in the comments below. And until next time, please don't forget to subscribe, and with Andy God, bye bye!